Welcome back to The Watch. Today we're going to be talking about AI again.
Oh, yes.
Hold on. I brought this one up. This isn't a... Shad didn't bring this one up. I actually wanted to talk about this because we've got some crazy stuff going on.
Yeah.
And I've actually encountered it out in the wild, and I wanted to talk about it.
Because AI is not just AI art. It's a much broader subject. And we've talked about the broader kind of implications of AI. And I am not an advocate for all AI. I think there are some concerning things. Yep. I'm an advocate for AI art.
Now, AI art
box
was the big thing a little while ago when it first dropped. A lot's happened since then, and we've gotten to a point where things are getting, I would say, dangerous more than anything else.
Well, it's a Brave New World kind of stuff. Yeah. And granted, I've always pointed out the problematic elements that, and I acknowledge them, and even with AI art. Some of the problems with AI art is, of course, non-consensual porn, all right, image likeness, and fraud.
Yep.
Okay. We've seen some troubling kind of implications of people making AI images of real people and trying to pass it off as real images.
So today we wanted to talk about AI video and audio. And this is something that I thought would take at least a little bit longer.
It's moving so fast.
So we're at a point. Mr. Beast, was it last week, maybe the week before, shared a video of a scam that had been created of him in AI art, in AI video, sorry. And it's pretty, did you want to pull it up? It's rather convincing.
Watching this video, you're one of the 10,000 lucky people who'll get an iPhone 15 Pro for just $2. I'm Mr. Beast, and I'm doing the world's largest...
Okay, so this is the video here.
Yeah.
This is completely AI.
Yep.
Now, if you look closely, you can see an artificial quality to it, but most people won't.
Most people won't notice, and there's an effect of like, if you tell someone it's AI, they go, oh yeah, I can see that. But if you don't tell someone, it's going to get past a lot of people.
And because a lot of short content is low resolution anyway, you can hide AI stuff in low resolution. And this is like that is still pretty convincing though, like especially when he turns his head and things.
AI video and audio. And the issue, like, I shouldn't have to explain what the ramifications of this sort of thing is.
Yeah, it's crazy.
And then we get to the other problem of like doing these sorts of very simple videos just straight on like that haven't been that hard to do for a while. They're in a lot of real estate sort of stuff.
Actually, a lot of business informational videos and tutorials, like actually shockingly realistic, where they just can type in a thing, and they even had an example where one guy was explaining about it, and at the end, but it said, by the way, I'm completely AI. I'm not real. And people
and Mr. Beast posted this last week or something like that, and like, hey, somebody's got to do something about this. Mr. Beast is a very, very large creator, and so when he says he's giving away iPhone 5, a lot of people are going to be tricked by this, scamming.
All right. The issue is you can't do anything about it. This is the Pandora's box that's been opened. The tech is open source.
You saved that was for the end. That was the surprise. You can't do anything.
This is the thing that needs to be like. If governments try to regulate against this, right, that is not going to stop anyone who wants to do criminal activity with AI, because they're criminals anyway. They're not going to obey the law. And so what that's going to do is just prevent the regular person from using AI tools to benefit themselves, because there's so many benefits that come from AI tools, right? And so, like, legalizing or legislating uses like... You can just punish people under the law, like make, it's image likeness is a complex topic. I kind of like, I'm mostly on the side of being able, and I think it's already in place, about owning your own likeness. The issue is there's still problems with trying to copyright a likeness.
I thought you couldn't because it's a natural feature.
Well, they're trying to push to do it, but like if you're a famous celebrity, right? I don't think I can just use Harrison Ford's face to and make it a one-to-one likeness and promote my product or something like that. So clearly there must be legal stuff about likeness, but at the same time though, right? What if someone is born who just looks like someone else? Okay. And there's like, you can't, but it's my face. It's their face, right? And also, like, what if you legitimately wanted to create a fictional character that happened to look a bit like someone that you're, thought matched the character? And so to what level can you try and copyright a likeness. That's tricky. But I guess if it becomes more well known, then you perhaps have more power too.
But the core of the issue is we can't do that at the moment. And first of all, it wouldn't even stop this because people are still posting these things on, various different platforms. And I encountered one out in the wild. I was scrolling through shorts over the weekend, and I'm not even joking. There was a video. You know how when you do sort of like a montage, how somebody's talking about, let's say, Hugh Jackman or whatever, and they just throw up pictures and little clips from random spots, and you're listening to audio. It was some pro footballer found a piece of the Titan submersible. So Ariana Grande left her boyfriend and got with this guy. That was the AI short. Which is, if you think about that for a second, that's...
So many people are gullible in the world. And I know that perhaps many of our viewers not, but that's not the type of audience we attract.
Yeah.
Like there are so many people who are just so impressionable, so gullible. And this is a concern, but then it comes back to what can you do? Because this is also, I don't think people are applying even standards where they think AI tools need to be demolished as a result. Video fraud has existed before AI tools, all right? You can do it with visual effects and everything else. And not just that, even practical, like the amount of fraudulent video that's come out of Ukraine and the Ukraine war is insane, where they actually get caught out where they're trying to show dead bodies and stuff like that. And then there's someone who gets up and then looks around and then lies back down. Like fraud in video format is massively prevalent already. And so, like one of the only kind of answers that you can have, that you can possibly try and get people to come to, is to not believe anything they see.
It is, yeah.
Like, basically, I think it's the only answer. Like, even with the current conflict in Israel already.
Yeah. So we're not going to talk about that.
We don't want to talk about, but it's actually, because I have to mention one, because this was a big controversy, where there was an image of an atrocity, and it was the deceased body of an infant, okay? And there was a big controversy over whether that was AI generated or not.
Where?
So Ben Shapiro, he tweeted
Right.
it, and it was a charred remains, okay?
Right.
And he was showing the image of the brutality, the barbarity, and things like that. And I'm not trying to politicize this or anything, okay? I'm trying to talk about the problematic nature of what happened, because then some people claimed it was AI, and then they showed an image of a puppy in place of the corpse. And they say this is from a veterinary hospital. It got community checked, okay? And then it came out that this was really an AI image.
Right.
But guess what?
What?
It was legitimate. Well, it's still up in the air. There's still debate, right? But then people double-checked the supposed real one.
Yeah.
And so what they had to do was actually go into the image and actually measure. So in an image, there's sometimes there's a grain or a type of thing, and they had to go in super, super fine and compare the type of image grain compared to the replaced section and see which image had the consistent kind of grain to determine where one was, where there was a fake image. And this independent, because first they put the images through automatic detectors, and the automatic detector was trying to say it was fake, and then they put it through a supposedly more legitimate, company that was able to do image analysis, and they determined that the original one was real. And that's all I've heard on it. And it could switch again and say, no, it is fake. And so the difficulty in determining it, it's already, and the troubling thing about it, right, is that now it can be used to illegitimize legitimate evidence and image proof now. And it's like, oh, okay, so this is...
And it leads into basically the other point of the one that I came across on the weekend was so crazy that I was just, these are people I don't follow their lives, don't follow their social media. So if you told me that Ariana Grande broke up with some person, I'd be like, cool, okay.
Yeah.
I'll just take that as truth because I don't care. It was just because it was so crazy. I'm like, oh, hold on a second. What? Now imagine all the fake ones, the fraud ones that are being made that are not so crazy, and just everybody goes, oh, yep, sure. I don't know that much about it. I'm just going to, and we're talking political stuff. We're talking, world.
The fraud, I want to emphasize again, though, the fraud already exists without AI. And so people thinking it's all AI. It's not like a lot of, for instance, people showing brutality or protests or things like that. And they post it, this is people's reactions to current events when it's actually 5 years old and it's unrelated. But on the surface, people who watch it, they just don't know. And they automatically, and so.
But the issue now is getting people to say and do things that they haven't said and done. And we're talking hundreds of thousands, millions of people will see these sorts of things, and they're going to take that as fact at face value and move on with their day. It doesn't matter if you debunk it. This is the issue. Like, you can tell a lie, everybody will believe it, and then by the time you correct it, it doesn't matter.
Sometimes it takes 10 times the effort to correct a lie.
Yeah. So with these AI videos, these are some trouble. These are some real trouble.
Of course. Nothing can be. What can be done about it? Basically, because
that is the truth. Nothing can be done.
The Pandora's box has been opened. Okay. This stuff was technically possible in Star Trek. What was there? They probably just said, "Computer, is it real or fake?" It is fake. It's like they rely on computers to tell them. Basically, I think people just have to learn to be skeptical of everything until it can be truly confirmed.
Yeah. Which is crazy because most people aren't going to do it.
Do you know
how much effort that is?
It's not a bad thing to be more skeptical because there's so much bullcrap in the world already.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
I agree. But what if it's like, oh, today's going to rain? It's like, oh, but is that AI generated? No, look, I'm going to go outside and wait for 5 hours.
All right, a couple of things. I was going to say trusted sources, but people trust Mr. Beast.
What does that even mean?
I know. People trust Mr. Beast, and then there's a fake Mr. Beast thing.
Exactly.
And so, but I mean, one of the things, because it's mostly been dealt with, but you saw those people, those comments on YouTube videos of go to my Instagram and get this, win a prize or whatever.
Oh,
and
I hate those.
and that was posing as being the creator. And on Shadiversity, we had that heaps, right?
We did.
And people had to learn to, one, be more skeptical, and two, to also pay attention to where is this from the official account or not.
Yeah.
And so
it's not quite the same thing, Shad.
No,
because like a username is a username. It doesn't change. Ours is Shadiversity. That's it. This is Telegram at Shadiversity. Like, I get what you're saying, and I agree with you. But however, this is just another level. That was very basic in comparison. But a bit of a black pill today. Everybody loves a good black pill. Yeah, great.
And the thing is that there is still some incredible useful uses of AI, and it's already been being used for ages in Photoshop and other technologies and film production, stuff like that. It's just advancing and is now being able to do so much more. And with every advance in technology, there's bad and there's good. And there are people with malicious motives and intent, and all you can do is try and catch them and punish them. It'd be great if we could stop them beforehand, but you can't stop people from being a-holes, unfortunately.
Yeah. Right. So, well, let's just hope that AI takes a little bit longer to do us.
Well, hang on. There's uses for this technology, right? Even like making AI avatars and things.
Such as what? You don't feel like doing a short today? So
no.
AI?
Like, for instance, say I wanted to do a live stream, but it's too much energy to be... Because I can live stream longer when I'm actually reclining and inside my house. And so I could actually see a use for having an AI avatar of myself that syncs up to my voice.
They already have that. You want to be a VTuber. Chad wants to be a VTuber, everybody.
It'll look real. But no, there are uses for this.
You could just be a cat boy.
But also
Catboy
for
Shad.
animation and film production, right?
Yeah.
To inject yourself into a digital world and stuff like that. The uses of this technology are incredible, okay? And like I said, when you get a new technology, it comes with the good and the bad.
Right.
The thing that we you got to be aware is just you got to be skeptical now. You have to question everything.
The difference is between this and Photoshop and all these other technological advancements is everybody's on their phones all the time now. People mostly consume their not only media consumption, their entertainment stuff. It's all primarily through their phone or devices, or on YouTube or TikTok or all these other things like that. So when they're going to be absolutely jam-packed with fraud stuff now and fake stuff,
it might destroy people being online and have to just rely on real-world interactions. This could be the path to regaining our humanity and soul.
I doubt it. You see, I'm okay. It doesn't bother me that much. We touch grass a lot. We're outside a lot.
We do.
I get hay fever from how much I touch grass. So I'm good. But
Yeah, but what if it corrupts online discourse so much that you don't know if you're speaking to a real person? The only way to know is to speak to real people in the real world.
I was just about to say, well, what have we got the wife GPT, you know, the people who are chatting with the women GPTs to fill that hole. Now they can do this. Now they've got an avatar for it, realistic, to do what they want. Gross.
Sci-fi has been predicting this stuff for years. Yeah. So should this be shocking us that this is happening because now it's finally here?
So when a flying car's going to
didn't you watch the movie Surrogates with Bruce Willis where everyone has like a robot avatar of themselves that they just like hook into, and then they go out in their avatars, and there are like hot girls that are actually fat guys in their thing and stuff like that. Everyone is interacting with their surrogate robot through their surrogate robot stuff. You've seen it, haven't you?
No.
Oh, I haven't? Okay. But like sci-fi has been telling you this is the future, by the way. This is where things are going.
Well, we're here, guys. We're at the future. Everybody.
And it's worse than we could have imagined.
Yeah. Did you want to take us out, Shad? Oh, Nathan, did you want to take us out?
I had a point, but now I've lost it. So
I want to hear it.
I don't know anymore. I've got nothing else to say. So, as always, stay on watch.